Senate Bill 873. There's been a whole lot of discussion on the purpose of this bill and why it was filed, what it will do. For instance, I had 2 phone calls on Friday. One caller called our universities that can use help and move forward in this day and time. Because the reality of the situation is we have some universities that are not at capacity, and we need to come up with creative ways to build that capacity up. And that is truly the intent of this bill. And I can assure you, I would not have participated in this bill if I thought there was going to be any harm to any of these universities, because my alma mater is Western Carolina University, which is one of the schools geographically we have targeted for this special program. And then there's been a real question on how are we going to pay for this? Are we going to take the money away from other areas? Well, the answer to that is no. We're going to pay for this out of the general fund, and it will be additional dollars into these institutions to cover the difference between the $500 tuition and the actual cost. And I have gotten a commitment from leadership that that will be the case. So we are looking, when we fully implement this program, to putting an additional $63 to $80 million more a year into these institutions. And this is a game changer. Another thing I'd like to address in comments I've heard, and we are working with Senator Lowe, Senator Ford, Senator Robinson, this is a work in progress. We want this to be a bipartisan bill. One issue we heard was the naming of institutions. We are going to change that and make that a job of the institution itself. If it so desires, their board of trustees can ask for a name change. If they don't want it, none will be required. And we realize how important that is. Pembroke's had some great success with changing their names. Others, have not many have tried. I don't know, number one, how we can change Western Carolina, University of North Carolina, Smoky Mountains. I don't know. There's no easy way. But, Appalachian would be UNC Tweetsy, but that's another story. The other part of this bill we're really excited about are the 2 scholarships targeted for A&T and Central. And this is the exact same scholarship known as the Moorhead at Carolina and the Park Scholarship at NC State. And this mirrors those scholarships. And they're phenomenal scholarships and should get our best and brightest young folks to these schools. So we are excited about that. And that is just a quick and dirty review. Let me say this on the fees. The fees are still a work in progress. As we know, many institutions have really upped the fees on the kids, on the students attending, and we need to get that under control. And at the other institutions that aren't of the 5 schools, we have pledged to put in a tuition lock. So when you enter that institution for 8 semesters, you will pay the same tuition. And that's to help families. That's to help families plan and help folks get an education at a fair price. And Senator Robinson and I are working on that $500 piece that we're talking about, going back to the 5 schools, and maybe making it an incentive plan where you get a rebate and it nets out to $500. We don't want anybody to think just because we say $500 that we think that school is cheap. We don't want that at all. Let me assure you, we want people to think this is a value and this school is worth their admission, and with more folks coming, it should raise up the student body of the state. And so that's our intent. We're just trying to find a way to put business principles to building up these schools that are having some difficulty. So that is a synopsis of what this bill does. And I'll be more than happy to try to answer any questions. Remember, I went to Western.